I punish people when they do something intentional.
Right. Or repeated accident. When they do that all the time, then yeah.
The 32 thing is what I would do. Can you train her out of it?
Yeah, I mean, if it's 32 years and just one incident, and there are not even any minor mistakes, then
that
it's
tells me she has a pretty damn good record.
Right, exactly. Yeah. It's like you need hospital and whatnot, and yeah. Actually, it's the wrong comparison, but it's if it is just one off.
If you got a veteran nurse, though, you know, she's probably doing the training.
Right, exactly.
I'm really good friends with the doctor, and he, I think, explains it really well. We all make mistakes every single day, and it doesn't matter. We just go back and correct the mistake. A doctor makes a mistake, and he screwed somebody's life up. You know, mistakes are going to happen. Mistakes I can forgive. Intentional, I have a problem with.
Or repeated mistakes. I mean, when it happens all the time, it's like
repeated mistakes. That's incompetency. Maybe they need to find another line of work.
Yeah. There you go.
All right. Okay. See you guys in the next segment.
All right. Bye.
And hey, welcome back, everyone. This is just a crazy story. The grizzly bear exhibit at the Minnesota Zoo is temporarily closed after one of the grizzlies exercised his right to bear arms by using a rock to smash a window.
I love that. Bear in arms, bear in rocks. CNN Jeannie Mose reports on the Grizzly Act.
What's it sound like when a grizzly bear picks up a rock the size of a basketball and smashes the glass of his exhibit? Boom! Now, we've seen plenty of videos of kids being greeted by creatures with open mouths. But the glass always holds, even when they hurl themselves at it. But when a grizzly, believed to be one named Kenai, launched a rock he found in his pond at the Minnesota Zoo, the glass shattered.
That bear was throwing a chest pass repeatedly. The rock bounced off the glass right back to him.
He threw it 5 times, says Robin Ficker, a lawyer who was visiting the exhibit and who has himself exhibited some animalistic behavior as a sports heckler. But Kenai the grizzly wasn't being aggressive, says Tony Fisher, the zoo's animal collection manager.
He was just playing with the rock.
Kenai is one of 3 orphan brown bears transported from Alaska, where Fisher says they might have died if humans hadn't taken them in.
He is kind of a clown.
But when the glass shattered, Robin Ficker didn't think the bear was clowning around.
Run, because we all thought that bear was coming through.
The exhibit glass is 2.5 inches thick. The bear only managed to shatter 1 of 5 layers. The zoo says no one was ever in any danger, but don't tell that to Ficker.
I was thinking, well, if he gets out, he's probably going to enjoy one of those nice, tasty kids rather than an old, grizzled piece of meat like me.
Replacing the custom-made glass will cost tens of thousands of dollars. Zoos just have to put their money where the animals' mouths are. Jeannie Mose, CNN, New York.
Can you imagine being outside of that bear exhibit when that happened?
That's scary stuff. It's surprising that the glass didn't actually come through.
Oh, I know.
So, yikes. Tens of thousands of dollars when you're playing with rocks.
Yeah.
That's kind of a costly little deal even for a grizzly bear.
Good to know that there's 5 layers of glass there. Yeah. All right. Let's send things over to meteorologist Tim Studebaker. He's going to have a look at your weather. Coming back right after the break. You can't start a fire without a spark. This gun's for hire.
Nebraska.
Good morning and welcome back. Yesterday, another round of thunderstorms, another round of storm reports to share with you. About 5 of them listed here. 64-mile-per-hour wind gusts yesterday during the storms at the Reno-Tahoe International Airport. Also at the airport, a small airplane, a Cessna, was flipped over by the wind. Also, I-80 in Reno, some flash flooding, closing some lanes yesterday during those storms. 580 at Mount Rose Highway, small hail report, about quarter-inch size, pea-size hail. And also 5,000 people without power in South Reno yesterday. You can get more on my Facebook and Twitter. There's a link for the storm reports from yesterday. It'll link you over to the National Weather Service page where you can read all the reports that came in yesterday, and you can go back in time and see the ones from 2 days ago and before that as well. A cooling trend continues for us today. Highs only in the mid-80s. Scattered storms continue in the forecast. Some of those could be heavy. We're talking heavy rain, frequent lightning, gusty winds, and small hail, all possibilities again in any thunderstorms that develop scattered across the area. 60 in town, partly cloudy skies right now. Relatively high humidity at 69%, 57 in Carson City, 61 in Dayton, 48 in South Lake Tahoe, and 63 in Smith Valley. Don't get me wrong, the humidity, the relative humidity is pretty high, but the temperatures are cooler, so it's also a little bit more refreshing out there as compared to some of the mornings we had during that 100-degree stretch we were having for a while. We're looking at pretty much quiet conditions right now on radar and satellite, but again later today, more ice, or scattered storms, I should say, will pop up across the area. Again, keep an eye to the sky later on today. Have a plan to head indoors if you are outdoors when one of these storms approaches you. As this upper level low centers itself over us, we're going to continue to see chances for more thunderstorms each afternoon today and tomorrow before decreasing chances heading into the late week and into the weekend. 7-day forecast, 60% chances today and tomorrow for scattered thunderstorms. Again, some of those could come with some flash flooding issues. We are under a flash flood watch from 10 o'clock this morning until 10 o'clock tonight. Temperatures very cool for this time of year over the next few days, but warming back up as we head into next week, but not expecting any triple digits anytime soon. We'll be back.
Welcome back. I'm Melissa Carlson. Your time now is 7:58. We're joining you live from Mornings on Fox 11 with your News 4 update. Well, another presidential candidate is making their way to the Silver State. Carly Fiorina is going to attend a fundraising event for a Las Vegas event that's happening next week. It's being put on by a handful of current and former Republican elected officials. The fundraiser is at the Bootlegger Italian Bistro on July 18th and is open to the public if you'd like to attend. The trip makes her first visit to Nevada since announcing her presidential bid in May. No word yet on if or when she's going to be making a trip up here to northern Nevada. They always do, though, don't they? Meteorologist Tim Studebaker joins us now with a look at our forecast for today. We have got some storms on the way, Tim.
Yeah, another round of scattered thunderstorms for the afternoon today. Right now things are relatively quiet, so it could be a little deceiving if you haven't been out and about for the last few days. We've been seeing those storms each and every afternoon, but we start off with a quiet morning like we are right now. Same pattern today. Flash flood watch in effect from 10 a.m. until 10 p.m. All the areas in green here, parts of western Nevada as well as the Sierra and parts of northeastern California. We're watching for heavy rains associated with some of these scattered thunderstorms that could produce some flash flooding issues. And again, that's a watch, not a warning. Big difference there. Quiet for right now. Scattered storms later today. 50s and 60s at the moment, going for about the 80s in the lower elevations later today with those scattered storms.
And Paula Deen is back in hot water again, and it isn't for making her famous pasta salad. Find out why she's trending for all the wrong reasons.
You're watching Mornings on Fox 11, connecting Northern Nevada.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us here on Mornings on Fox 11, 8 o'clock. And
I just want to eat it, but you keep slapping me every time I get close to it.
check out this cake. It's the big thank you to Kellyanne. Kellyanne's Cake and Convection out of South Lake Tahoe. She came by today and just decided to bring us this beautiful cake that she made for us. Very cool.
The attention to detail is amazing. You see this wood panel thing?
Yeah, it's hard to see in that shot here, but there is.
This is actually edible too.
Yeah.
Move that CG real quick. Oh, actually.
Just the wood part.
Sorry, this part.
Right. I mean, the whole thing is edible, but this here on the bottom is also made out of sugar, and it smells amazing.
Smells so good.
I've had to smack Bill a few times because he's like this.
Yeah, every 5 minutes, we're going to eat the cake. When are we going to eat the cake? When
You
are we
guys
going to
think
eat the
that they're
cake?
kidding. They're not.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
it's true. It's true. So it's absolutely gorgeous. So Kellyanne, thank you so much from Kellyanne's Cake and Confection out of South Lake Tahoe for just bringing by this sweet treat and a beautiful one at that.
All right. Thank you very much for that. We'll be tasting it later?
Yeah, we will be tasting it later
Okay.
for sure.
Good to know. All righty. Now to our top story this morning. We've been talking about it since it happened. Computer problems grounded all United Airlines flights around the country this morning. Ryan Kern joins us live from the Reno Tahoe International Airport with a possible update on delays. Hey there, Ryan. Thank you for that. All right, let's toss it over to meteorologist Tim Studebaker, who's keeping an eye on what could be another crazy day for us. Hi, Tim.
Yeah, that's right. Good morning to you. Not only watching those United Airlines possible delays, but also watching the weather later today, and that could cause some local delays here in Reno Sparks at the airport. So just keep in mind as you head through the day, we do have thunderstorms in the forecast again today. We've been in this pattern for a few days, so we've had those scattered thunderstorms each afternoon. We'll continue to see another round today, leading to issues with flash flooding again. So flash flood watch is in place, a watch, not a warning, from 10 a.m. until 10 o'clock tonight in the areas in green on your screen, parts of western Nevada, northeastern California, as well as the Sierra. Now, it is quiet at the moment, not too much going on out there, just some light rain showers out across the northern border of Nevada with Oregon and Idaho, but not much else going on at the moment. But again, those scattered storms will be out there later today. Some heavy rain possible in some of these storms, as well as some small hail, gusty winds, and lightning. Temperatures in the 80s and 70s, depending on your elevation today. 7-day forecast coming up. Over to you.
All right, Tim, thank you so much for that. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's trending this morning. Trending over on Yahoo, a 15-year-old high school student from Virginia recently visited a Boston museum, and when he did, he spotted a math error in one of the exhibits. The exhibit explains the concept behind the golden ratio. It's what it's called. 15-year-old Joseph Rosenfeld noticed minus signs where there were supposed to be plus signs. The equation has since been corrected. Good eye, good eye. All right, taking a look at what's trending over on Facebook. The U.S. women's national soccer team continues to celebrate their World Cup triumph, but they won't be taking home the ultra big bucks from soccer's governing body. Listen to this. Team USA won $2 million from FIFA for winning this year's Women's World Cup. By comparison, Germany's men's team took home $35 million for their triumph over the World Cup last year. The U.S. men, which finished 11th in 2014, 11th, they took home $9 million compared to the women's $3 million for winning it all. Turning now to what's trending over on Twitter, hashtag Paula Deen. The celebrity chef is making headlines for all the wrong reasons. She and her son Bobby dressed up as characters from I Love Lucy, the popular show. What's the problem with that? Well, Bobby dressed up as Ricky Ricardo and was wearing brown face makeup. Deen blamed her social media manager, who's now said that manager has been fired. The pictures were taken in 2011, roughly 2 years before the Food Network fired Deen for using a racial slur. Turning now to what's trending over on our Facebook page, Louisiana Republican Governor Bobby Jindal is getting heat on social media for his campaign's recent limited edition T-shirt that reads, "Tanned, Rested, Ready." According to an email his campaign sent out to supporters, the slogan is meant to make fun of the liberal media and its obsession with Jindal's skin tone. But his critics are saying that he actively distances himself from his Indian American heritage. Other critics are comparing the slogan to efforts by Rachel Dolezal, the former NAACP leader in Washington State, under fire for claiming to be black. How are those two connected? I don't get it. I'm asking all of you on Facebook, what do you think about it? Do you have a problem with the slogan? It's his skin color. He can say what he wants, right? He says he's tan. What's the big deal? Or it is a big deal for some. Jennifer writes in and says, in today's America, somebody is always getting heat for something, no matter how ridiculous. Do you agree? We'd love to hear from you on this one. You can go ahead and post your comments on our Facebook page. That's where the conversation continues. Sam?
All right, Melissa, thank you. Well, here on Mornings on Fox 11, we like to highlight local businesses and the growing economy right here in our area. This morning, Fox 11's Gianna George is live at a new business in Midtown. Good morning, Gianna. All right, Jenna, thank you. Well, life imitates art for Robert Downey Jr. and ladies, listen up. Prince Charming is on his way. We'll explain in today's Hollywood Minute. And for those of you who love the Reno Philharmonic, we have a great way to enjoy their music all season long. We'll have that coming up in my Boatman's Bargain segment. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, one move. Here we go. Now we got it here. Welcome back. We're going to tell you about your entertainment news on this Wednesday morning. And ladies, Prince Charming is finally on his way. Mary Maloney has more. It's not me. Mary Maloney has more in our Hollywood Minute.
Is it better to be feared or respected?
What about rich? Robert Downey Jr. is almost as wealthy as his billionaire character, Tony Stark. In a year, the actor brought in $80 million, according to Forbes. But his co-stars may not be celebrating. RDJ's payday is so big, Marvel had to limit their salaries on the movie Avengers 2.
Excellent.
Mr. Burns is staying in Springfield. Fox confirms every member of The Simpsons will return. Season 27 of The Simpsons airs this fall.
So this is love.
Prince Charming is getting his own Cinderella story, kind of. Disney's making a live-action Prince Charming movie. The project is in the early stages, but it takes time to mold the perfect prince. 3 millennials sent fans a Twitter. Drake Instagrammed this abtastic gym pic. Zac Efron and his younger brother Dylan proved good looks run in the family with this shot. And Justin Bieber showed us his cheeky side. For Hollywood Minute, I'm Mary Maloney.
Alrighty, thank you very much for that, Mary. Let's toss it over to Samantha Boatman. She's going to save us some money on our Wednesday. She's got your Boatman's Bargains. Hi, Sam.
Good morning to you, Bill. Yeah, we have a special deal to tell you about today. If you're a fan of the Reno Philharmonic, listen up. Starting now, you can receive a 40% discount on season tickets. Love that music. All you have to do is be a first-time subscriber. The 2015-16 Season Classic Series kicks off October 4th with new original composition and even some West Coast premieres of accomplished soloists. You will get tickets to all 6 concerts for $98. For more information, go to renophil.com. Today's Living Social deal of the day is 2 3-day passes to Hot August Nights Barrett-Jackson Auction for only $40. That's a 50% savings. You'll get to see historic, classic, and modern cars during the 3-day event that includes auction, GM ride and drives, Dodge thrill rides, and much more. Hard to believe Hot August Nights just around the corner. Those are a look at some of the deals of the day. If you know about a great deal around town, would you please chart on our Fox 11 Facebook page? We would love to share that deal with all of you. Bill?
All right, thank you very much. Well, do you have a confession? Sam, I'm not talking about you, but do you have a confession that you desperately want to get off your chest? You're in luck. Reno Mom's blog's giving women a place to vent. We'll talk to her next.
We get some crazy try that ones, again. So.
Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Welcome back, everybody. Have you seen Reno Mom's blog yet here locally? You need to. We're just sitting down with Lindsay Sanford. She's a contributor for Reno Mom's blog, and we're talking about One of, I would say, the most interesting reads. There's a lot of great stuff on this blog, but we're talking about Mom's Confessions. And this is a pretty interesting part of it. If you haven't checked it out, you should take a look and see. Tell us a little bit about what is the thought behind Mom's Confession? What is it for the blog?
So it's a place where moms can submit a form on our blog, and they can confess something about motherhood or just life in general, marriage, parenting, anything, and it's completely anonymous. So when they submit it, we take it and we put it on our Facebook page for our communities. So
now we all know social media can be rough, if you will, real rough. What's been the response for some of these confessions? Because they're not always just like, oh, I eat a grilled cheese sandwich before I go to bed. We're talking about serious. Sometimes I don't like being a mom.
Right. Yeah.
So these are some rough ones. What's kind of been the response?
One of the main ones that kind of comes to mind is we had a mom kind of asking, should I stay or should I go? So like a big divorce question for the family, and that's a hard question to ask. And surprisingly, our community is, I would say 95% of the time, amazingly supportive. They just share their own experiences. They say, hey, you're not alone. This happened to me. This is what I thought about it. This is how I went through it and made my own decision.
What's been the response? Have people been written to the blog and said, hey, we don't think it's a good idea. We think it's a great idea. We love it. What has been the response to that?
I think overwhelmingly positive. I have so many of the contributors say, like, I love this confession, and a lot of times it prompts us to write responses from the blog. So we'll put together a blog just based off of someone talking about, should I say or should I go? One of our own contributors went through a similar experience, so she wrote a blog about it, and it's just a great way to communicate the human experience, I guess.
Yeah, why do it?
Yeah.
Why do it? I mean, why put that out there for everybody?
Yeah. Well, I think that we all feel so pressured to be awesome moms, and then we forget that it's okay to not be perfect. And so when we do these mom confessions, 90% of the time, other people will be like, hey, I was there too last week, or last night I had the exact same feeling. And so it's just all about normalizing the parent experience and validating whatever you're feeling.
Stepping away from that perfect social media family that's posted for everybody and getting real, if you will, for a minute. Real quickly, how can people find it?
Go to RenaMomsBlog.com, and there's a contact form that you submit there, or you can just message the Facebook page, but it's not quite as anonymous at that point. So
okay.
Yeah, whichever you prefer.
Check it out. Check it out. A lot of great things on the blog as well, just for local families, parents, moms, dads, grandmas, you name it. Check it out. It's a great resource. Everybody, thanks so much for being with us. Yeah, we appreciate it. Yeah, there you go. All right, Tim.
All right, thank you so much. Well, that pattern continues. It's quiet again this morning across most of the area, but we are watching for more thunderstorms later today. We'll cover that, plus the flash flood watch that's out there, and more in your 7-day forecast. We'll be back. Good morning and welcome back. Another round of storms yesterday means another round of storm reports to share with you. In Reno at the airport, a 64-mile-per-hour wind gust recorded during those thunderstorms yesterday. Also at the airport, a small airplane, a Cessna, flipped over by the winds. 80, there was flash flooding in the Reno area. All of the storm reports on this screen came from the Reno area, so definitely hit Reno pretty hard yesterday as opposed to some other areas. 580, the Mount Rose Highway. Some hail reported there. Also, 5,000 people in South Reno were without power during parts of that storm yesterday. There's only 5 of the storm reports. You can get more if you head to my Facebook and Twitter. There's a link on there for today's storm reports from the National Weather Service. Also, if you go back in time, there's older reports on the National Weather Service site that show the older reports from a couple of days ago and beyond. Cooling trend in store for us for the next couple of days. 80s, even the 70s for the highs in Reno today and tomorrow. Scattered storms, though, continuing. Some of those could be heavy at times. Heavy rain, gusty winds, lightning, some hail possible as well. Same thing we've seen the last several days. If they're not right overhead for you, you'll probably see them at least in the distance for the day today. 62 in town, partly cloudy skies, 65% humidity at the moment. Temperatures now at 63 in Dayton, 59 in Carson City, 69 in Yerington, and 64 in Silver Springs. Things have gone mainly quiet for the overnight period. We will continue, though, to see those scattered thunderstorms again for the afternoon hours, and again tomorrow afternoon as an upper-level low starts to move through the area. Scattered thunderstorms, 60% down to 20% by Friday and Saturday, though, with decreasing chances heading into next week. In fact, the chances are gone by the time we get to next week. Temperatures cooling off for a few days here. They'll rebound closer to normal by the time we get to the beginning of next week. Mornings on Fox 11. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. I'm Melissa Carlson. Your time now is 8:28. We're joining you live from Mornings on Fox 11 with your News 4 update. According to prison officials, a 37-year-old inmate was attacked yesterday while in the general population area at the Northern Nevada Correctional Center. The inmate, Joshua Brodsky, was airlifted to Renown Hospital in Reno, where doctors performed surgery on the prisoner, and the Department of Corrections didn't say how Brodsky was injured or his condition at this point. Brodsky has been in prison since 2014, serving a sentence of up to 5 years for coercion. The agency says its Office of Inspector General is investigating the situation. We'll keep you updated. Meteorologist Tim Studebaker joins us now with a look at our forecast. Hi, Tim.
Good morning to you. We continue again today with another flash flood watch. Much of the same story on a different day. Every area shaded in green here under that watch, not warning. It doesn't mean flash flooding is happening. It means there's the potential for it later today as thunderstorms develop again. Starts up at 10 a.m., goes until 10 p.m. It's part of western Nevada as well as the Sierra and parts of northeastern California. Nothing happening right now, as mentioned, so it's pretty quiet out there at the moment, but that same pattern of developing thunderstorms into the afternoon. Some of those could be heavy at times, heavy rain, lightning, gusty winds, and even small hail a possibility. 50s and 60s to start the day, going for the 80s and 70s depending on your elevation with those thunderstorms this afternoon and tomorrow as well.
This fierce summer weather gave one Sparkswoman a scare when a tree snapped in her yard. She was trying to save those dang chickens. Luckily, she got them in. More of the damage coming up.
Oof. And as the thunderstorms continue to roll into our area, sandbag stations are open for business. Now you can protect your home from floodwaters.
And three of Reno's biggest casinos announced a merger. Find out what's in store for downtown Reno and who owns what.
You're watching Mornings on Fox 11, connecting Northern Nevada.
And hey, good Wednesday morning, everyone. 8:32 now on your Wednesday, and we're gonna talk about a topic that might make Bill Frankmore a little uncomfortable. But ladies,
he loves it. Let's
ladies,
be honest, ladies.
According to a recent New York Times article, they surveyed a bunch of women, and they said, you know what? More and more women are buying granny panties instead of thongs these days. That granny panties apparently are making a big comeback.
And you know what, let me interject here as a male.
Please do. Let's
I
hear
think
it.
what's funny about this whole thing is they call them granny panties, when in actuality they're just panties that don't go right up the crack there. They're normal panties, but they call them granny panties because y'all are used to the tooth floss for so many, what, 10, 15, 20 years, 30 years?
There's the bigger, like full coverage ones that some people say, you know, the older you get in age, the bigger ones that you get. When there's the bikini ones that cover part of it, you know,
there's the boy shorts that kind of cut in, that kind of cover half the cheek.
Yeah.
So what exactly, but we're talking real old-fashioned granny
yeah,
panties?
we're talking the
or
panties
just not
that
the G-string
provide-
kind?
No, we're talking about panties that cover
Those look like normal underwear
the
to
cheek
me.
and go up high.
Yeah, you know what I say about all of this? Whatever the hooty hoot you want to wear on your rear end is up to you. You know what I mean? If the thong's what you like, go for it. If it's a big big set of drawers, then you go ahead and wear that. True. It is up to you. No one should be telling you now it is time that you need to be putting on a thong because that's what everybody else does. It's under your pantaloons. You do what you want to do.
Yeah, thong sales decreased 7% over the past year, too.
I'll be honest. See, when I was a kid, thongs were shoes.
That's right. That's right. They weren't. I still call them thongs. I still call flip-flops as people call them thongs. Yeah.
Whatever, funny story. I'm just going to move on because I can hear my mom in my ears saying, put it with the underwear top. So I will.
Okay. Well, to be continued then, I guess. Let's get on to your news here this morning. It was a very close call as the wild weather yesterday caused a tree to snap in sparks. It happened at a home off J Street where a 70-foot tall tree fell onto this house. Look at that video. And one of the homeowners was outside getting her chickens out of their coop when the tree fell. Her 1-year-old daughter was inside when it happened. Luckily, both were not injured. Speaking of that rain, as we move into our 5th day of expected thunderstorms, you may be wondering if you are covered by insurance in case of flood damage. Well, as water has been building up near homes across the Truckee Meadows, Fox 11 spoke with insurance agents to see if they recommend flood insurance. Agents say it can get expensive, but insurance will cover the types of floods we've been seeing the past several days.
If there's anything outside, it's not going to be covered. If you're worried about property that's outside, I'd just recommend taking it in the house if it's something that is reasonable to take. And then once it's in there, it's like personal property.
Now, one downside to new flood insurance, though, there's typically a 30-day waiting period for it to kick in. So agents say it's important to know whether or not you live in a flood risk zone. They say you can usually find that out through your lender.
And if you want to protect your home or your business against potential flooding, several sandbag stations have been set up around the Truckee Meadows and Lake Tahoe areas to help keep the water out. Officials say building sandbag walls is the best way to protect your home from water damage. And the stations are simple to use. Just drive over there, fill up a bag with sand, and take as many as you need for that day. If you can't fill up a bag, don't worry. Most stations have bags already filled, ready for you to take. Stations are open between 8 in the morning and 5 in the evening. And again, here is a map of sandbag stations they've set up in Reno and Sparks. You can visit foxreno.com for more details. Now, aside from keeping your home safe, officials say to be careful when driving through flooded areas because you never know how deep the water really is. Turn around, don't drown. That's a slogan that a lot are saying today.
Well, Reno's 3 largest hotel casinos are merging, expanding gaming and tourist opportunities here in the biggest little city. Fox 11's Alex Canito joins us now with more on this exciting news.
Good morning, guys. If all goes as planned, the Carano family will have full ownership of the Eldorado, Silver Legacy, and Circus Circus. Now, I spoke with Gene Carano shortly after the announcement was made, and he says the company is excited to contribute more to Reno's downtown nightlife.
A new hotel merger in the biggest little city is underway.
The Eldorado Resorts is purchasing the other half of the Silver Legacy, MGM's half, and of Circus Circus Reno, yes.
The Eldorado opened back in 1973. It's been owned and operated by the Carano family ever since, and after this transaction is complete, the family company will have full ownership over Reno's 3 largest hotel casinos.
We're just very happy that we have the opportunity to do it. MGM's been a very good partner of ours for 20 years, and the time is right. Reno is strong right now. We're very bullish on Reno. We've lived here all of our lives, and we're very happy to purchase the other half of Silver Legacy and the 100% of Circus Circus.
This agreement has been in the works since last September, and Carano says the family is excited to invest in Reno yet again.
We put our money where our mouth is in Reno. We're very bullish again on downtown Reno and the whole Reno area. So it means a lot for us as a family and as our team members here, a lot more opportunity. And we're going to put a lot of money back into the property, so it's very good for us and Reno.
So what changes can we expect in the future to the downtown hotspot?
We don't really know yet, but we do invest back into our properties. We spend a lot of money in CapEx a year, so we do spend money in Reno, so we'll continue to do that on these properties, yes.
Now, the transaction is expected to be completed by the end of this year. When the deal is finished, Eldorado will own and operate 7 facilities in 5 markets, overseeing 8,600 team members. Back to you.
Alex, thank you for that. Well, some big changes are also in store for Victorian Square in downtown Sparks, City of Sparks there. City officials say within a year you might not even recognize this part of town. They say there are several large residential units in the works. One could break ground as early as this fall. It's a proposed development just west of the Century Theaters we're talking about. Silver Wing Development wants to build a 236-unit luxury apartment building right across from the Nugget. The proposed development is expected to go before City Council very soon, and if all goes as planned, the developer could break ground as soon as this fall. City officials also say that the owners of what used to be the Bourbon Square Casino are moving forward with another residential housing project.
Coming up, Governor Bobby Jindal is getting heat on social media for his campaign after recently limited out a TV shirt or released a TV shirt. Some people are saying, what in the heck? We're going to have more on the controversy coming up. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hey, Steve, is California, I know you're on your side of the mountains, but California getting any of that rain?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
I mean, it's kind of like a lot of people want to call Reno Northern California. Yeah. Because if you draw the line straight up, yeah, we kind of are. And actually, we're more west of Los Angeles than Los Angeles is. So it's like, we're out west. But, yeah, there are parts of California, particularly straight up north, that are getting quite a bit of it, around Chester and stuff. And it's like one of the lakes I like to go to. I think it's very pretty up there. I mean, they're getting hit like, 2 or 3 times a day. And they just had a recent wildfire up there. And with all the lightning strikes, I'm hoping that, nothing else burns because, I mean, it's gorgeous up there.
Yeah.
I like to go up there even if I don't go to the lake, just for the drive, that kind of thing. It's a gorgeous place, Lake Elsinore. But there are a lot of people that live in actually Portola, which is California, that basically work here. We have some friends. We have some friends that live up there. One of the girls that works with my wife drives back and forth, and basically she lives there, but she's got a place where she can hang her hat here. She works for 3 or 4 days a week and then goes back to Portola. So it's kind of. It's a less expensive place to live in Portola, but it's about a 2-hour drive, hour and a half to 2-hour drive.
And welcome back. Taking a look now at what's trending over on our Facebook page. Louisiana Republican Governor Bobby Jindal is getting heat on social media for his campaign's recent limited edition T-shirt that reads, "Tanned, rested, and ready." According to an email his campaign sent to supporters, the slogan is actually meant to make fun of the liberal media, he calls them, and its obsession with Jindal's skin tone. But his critics are saying that he actively distances himself from his Indian American heritage. Other critics are comparing the slogan to efforts by Rachel Dolezal. I don't know why I'm having such a problem with remembering that name. I guess I've already purged it out of my brain, but she's, of course, the former NAACP leader in Washington State who came under fire for saying that she felt more black than she did white. So we're asking all of you on Facebook, social media in general, Google Plusers, do you have a problem with the slogan? It's his skin color. Can't he decide what he'd like to say about it? Or not so much? Starting off first with Glenn. Glenn, what do you think?
Sometimes I think it really is worth it to make a point, like Bobby Jindal is doing, to bait stupid people with stupidity and then just sit back and laugh and they will make the point for you. So this is exactly what he did. He baited them with something and then he's just sitting back and enjoying the laugh. Frankly, I admire him for it and I wish more politicians would do it. It calls out the idiots that you're hearing for the idiots that they are. I admire it.
I like that he's making fun of himself, but some people are finding it offensive and saying, that's not really appropriate, especially when they think that you are pulling away from your own heritage. It's not his choice, though. Kempton, what do you think?
Well, he's being attacked on it, and he's trying to make it fun, make a joke out of it. I think it's up to him. It's right, and in this world that we are living in, we have a lot more serious problem to deal with than this kind of this joke. So move on, people.
Yeah, again, this isn't his slogan for his entire campaign. This was just a shirt that he put out as part of it. But still, Steve, do you have a problem with it? Do you see an issue with him saying the slogan?
I don't have any problem at all. I mean, I change from lily white to dark tan every year in the summertime. So it's kind of like, you know, I change a lot. I don't see what the big deal is about color or anything. I kind of agree with Kempton. We got more things to worry about than the color of skin.
Yeah, and we would love to hear what you have to say on this one. You can go ahead and post your comment on our Facebook page. That is where the conversation continues. And if you post a comment, good chance is that Antonia is going to be reading them later in the show. That's a good. I wish we could pull up Antonia right now. We don't have a smile of her, but him for you. Of course, tomorrow, if you'd like to partake, just go ahead and find us on our Facebook page. All right, that's a look at what's trending. Sam, over to you.
All right, Melissa, thanks. Well, it is Wednesday, and that means the one and only Oliver X is in studio to tell us what is going on around town this week. Also, the news doesn't stop when you leave the house, and Fox 11 has you covered. Download the new and improved free Fox 11 AM app for your smartphone and your tablet. It's your only source for local real-time traffic updates. It's available on Apple and Android devices. All you need to do is search Fox 11 AM.
Okay, guys, a lot to do today.
All right, we'll see you later.
All right.
Have a good day.
See you guys later. Have a good day, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Beautiful now. We're beautiful now. We're beautiful
Welcome back. Here's a live look outside downtown there. Nice shot. Few clouds rolling in. Current temperature in Reno, 62 degrees. Meteorologist Tim Studebaker is going to be joining us in just a bit with a look at our forecast. But first, we are sitting down with the man about town, Oliver X. Do you like that? That was a little rhyme there.
It was amazing.
You appreciate that,
yeah,
right? I know you would, Oliver. We're talking about some of the events that are going on around town this week. You are busy.
Yeah.
Starting off with a lot of people would like a little bit of an explanation as what is the Full Monty?
The Full Monty. The Full Monty is a British term or a European term that means like, I guess it's full frontal.
Yeah.
So it's all during our town. Brooke is presenting what is a 17 and over audience play, where you sort of have to be 17 or older because there is nudity.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a great play. It's hilarious. It's a musical. It's got a 9-piece band. Local couples are in the lead roles. It's phenomenal. It's going to be hilarious too. And I guess the denouement, the end scene is awesome.
Very good. Yeah, we're
parental guidance suggested apparently.
parental has some help there, or don't actually. Maybe you don't want to go with your parents. Just make sure you're over 17. That might be weird.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
Black Rock Dog. What's going on with that?
Well, the Freight House is happening, and they're a band playing on the Saturday night series at the Freight House at Aces Ballpark. Every Saturday, a new live band plays, and Black Rock Dog is playing this coming Saturday. They're a great band, plays at 8 o'clock.
Where are they playing in that area?
Yeah, they're playing up, I guess, near Bugsy's, right
Yeah.
up there. After the last inning, I guess they start.
Okay,
Yeah.
that is such a great spot up there,
It
by
is.
the way. Beautiful.
I-
If you have not been upstairs in that area, take a second next time you're there. Go upstairs and take a look. Gorgeous shot of downtown, beautiful lighting. It's a really nice area.
Yeah.
Also, Reno doesn't know anything about crawls because we hate them. No, we have yet another crawl.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorites because
It is.
people get dressed up. Everybody gets dressed up to the nines, but this one is really, it's a superhero crawl.
It is. And we're a little bit early to be previewing it. It's not till Saturday the 18th, but it gives you time to go out to Junkie or Polyesters and get your costume on. So
Yes.
that's cool. Go out and get a great costume, a superhero costume. It's 9 years old. It's one of the oldest costume crawls in Reno, and Reno created the superhero crawl. We created it. We're the first and only superhero crawl. Well, actually, now there's more, but we were the first.
Yeah, if you're going to come to this area, get ready to do a crawl. They're all the time, and apparently we just absolutely love them, and we do
We
them
do.
quite well.
We do.
Oliver, thanks so much for being with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And toss it over to Tim.
Good morning to you. We are quiet out there this morning, but that's not necessarily going to be the case later on today with another round of scattered storms out ahead of us. We're going to take a look at that under a flash flood watch today again, coming up on that 7-day forecast.